Thank you, Tan Sri Dato' Ahmad Speaker, for this opportunity to debate on the ministerial motion on the Constitution of the State of Sarawak Amendment Bill 2020. First of all, I would like to congratulate our Chief Minister, Dato' Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari, for a handsome win in the state election, and also to congratulate him and his GPS team with this good news where MA 63 is now enshrined into the federal constitution through a majority decision in the federal parliament. I would also like to point out, just as what Member for Padungan pointed out, I would also like to point out that the federal parliament support for this constitutional amendment occurred during GPS tenure, not Pakatan Harapan's tenure. Our CM, his GPS team, has indeed achieved a historical milestone with 76 YBs, and no doubt we are going to make a huge difference now. I support the Constitution of the State of Sarawak Amendment Bill 2022 to amend CM to Premier for Sarawak and Assistant Minister to Deputy Minister. It has been a long and tedious journey to get to where we are, and it is only through this perseverance and patience of our leaders that we are able to come to this stage. I must say, Sarawak is indeed on the right track, moving towards better days with CM Abang Jo at the helm. GPS adherence to the theme of Sarawak First has enabled us to regain our strength as seen in this election, and Sarawakians know that this government is there for them through thick and thin. GPS will keep our promises met to Sarawakians. We will take care of Sarawakians. Unlike Pakatan Harapan, who only offer lip services and fail to fulfill their promises to the rakyat. Unlike Pakatan Harapan, GPS take things seriously and set out to achieve what needs to be done step by step. GPS will not give up on us Sarawakians, and our coalition parties will remain firm and strong together to ensure that we upgrade the lives of our people who have put their trust in us, as shown by the recent state election. Let us not forget that GPS has always championed for the rights of Sarawak, and a lot of things takes time to materialize, like the inclusion of MA 63 inside the Malaysian Constitution. We need to be patient, as there are some things that cannot be done overnight, but take years, as in the case of fighting for our autonomy, but we will chip away at it for as long as it takes. Inch by inch, slowly but surely, GPS under CM Abang Jo is acquiring our rights under MA 63 back for Sarawak. Tan Sri Dato' Ahmad Speaker, Sarawak has the oldest democracy in the whole of Malaysia. We have been adamant in our call to be recognized and mentioned under the constitutional amendment in pursuant to MA 63. Because of our unequal vocal support in the last election, Parliament has endorsed our claim to inscribe MA 63 into our federal constitution. Unlike the cosmetic request by Pakatan Harapan leaders to amend Article 1, Bracket 2 for Sarawak and Sabah to be equal partners without amending Article 160, Bracket 2, and to include the phrase pursuant to MA 63, and which GPS has insisted right from day one of the proposed amendment during Pakatan Harapan days. We in Sarawak already agree that Sarawak is very different from our counterparts in Malaya. All the races in Sarawak live peacefully together in harmony with each other, and we do not want politics and values from Malaya to disrupt the peace and harmony we have here among the different races in Sarawak. There are a number of steps that we have to take to differentiate us from the Federated States of Malaya. A good starting point would be amending the title position of CM to Premier of Sarawak. Sarawak deserves such a title of Premier for our number one leader. This is an important beginner step that we want to take towards regaining and achieving all that is listed under MA 63. We are now flexing our muscles by amending the word CM to Premier to identify ourselves to be different from all the other CMs, including Penang. In the Federated States of Malaya, I implore all Sarawakians to stand together and to support this historical move. With the Intergovernment-Continental IGC reports, we will ensure that the details of what is Sarawak's entitlement will be regained back slowly but surely in stages. The federal government should know that we can win handsomely as we put our people first, and together with our people, we will work towards a better and more resourceful Sarawak. Our CM is a visionary leader who can and will bring Sarawak to be on par with global achievements, and with our entitlements returned, this can become a reality. Our CM has done a lot of foundation work for Sarawak. Although the process may seem slow at first, we are moving forward despite the many hurdles in front of us. With persistence, patience, and grit, Abang Jo has made Sarawak financially independent. To name a few, 5% sales tax is one of them. LNG additional 20% is another one. Bakun 100% is another one. And we have our petrochemical plants coming up. As seen from young Ahmad Berhormat's capability, our premier is not only visionary but enterprising. He knows that with financial independence, Sarawak can be strong politically to do more for Sarawakians. We are getting stronger day by day, and with Sarawakians living in harmony, we shall certainly emerge champions within Malaysia. Tan Sri Dato' Ahmad Speaker, with due respect to Honorable YB Bakalalan, on his term unconstitutional, I, however, believe that GPS has considered all corners, and the proposed amendment to Premier is constitutional. I strongly support this ministerial motion by Yang Berhormat Dato' Sri Haji Abdul Karim Rahman Hamzah. This bill, my apologies, this bill. Thank you very much, Tan Sri Dato' Ahmad Speaker.